Alright, that'll work. Yup. So, yup. Hello. Hello, friends. So, I don't know, I wasn't even gonna, you know, let's just say this. I wasn't even gonna, episode 3, I'll start it off by saying, Scientology. I just can't even, you know what I mean? So I'm watching Going Clear. If you guys haven't watched Going Clear yet, you really should check it out. It's a documentary about Scientology, and yeah, I mean, there's levels to being crazy, I think, and I mean, I know I'm a little crazy. I'm okay with that though. Sorry, I'm Colorado over here for a second, taking care of this little situation in my lap. But what I was saying is there's levels to crazy, right? There's levels. And I say the craziest people are the ones that know that they're crazy, but don't have a problem with people who think that they're normal, if that makes sense. So they just continue the crazy to create the normal in that perception of that other person. And I feel like that's the epitome of L. Ron Hubbard. I mean, the homie admitted he was flat shit crazy. I mean, he admitted it to so many people he was, you know, being interviewed by or whatever. I guess he didn't have a ton of interviews, but I was watching this one interview and Going Clear where he flat out admits he's crazy. And he says the crazy person is the one who doesn't know that he's, or what he said, the dangerous person is the one who doesn't know he's crazy, or something to that effect. I'm kind of a little different on that. Because, like, he even says in the movie, like, they have a couple of, what do you call it? Like, quotes from him that he thought were going to be off record. And one of his quotes was, in his later years in his interviews, you know, he says, basically that he hasn't been involved with the upper rankings of Scientology for a very long time. And that interview looked like it was probably from the mid to late 80s. So, guys, if you go look in on it, I mean, that's scary to me. That how much stuff they had already done by then, and how much he probably wasn't aware of, is freaky to me. It just that's how the cult stuff and the religious stuff and all that kind of thing. That's how that stuff scares the crap out of me, because people buy into it and figure out somewhere along the line that it's like complete shit, and yet they stay the course. You know, they know that it's BS, but it makes them feel good, so they're freaking stoked on that. You know, they're like, oh, I went clear, or you know, the depression is gone, or the emotion is gone, and so they just, you know, they wholeheartedly just stick to it, knowing full well that it's BS. And Scientology is just the newest version of what's been happening on this planet for how long? And I'm not even hating on religion. Like, I'm not. That's not what I'm saying. It's not. I don't want to go there. I just mean I'm hating on, like, cultism, I guess, more than anything. And it seems like the innate need of so many humans to just, like, be a part of something, and they will, man, they'll just absolutely relinquish their lives to be a part of something, instead of just being a part of themselves and being a part of, you know, I don't know. It's just crazy to me. And watching a film like this will get my blood going, because, like, they're interviewing these people that were in Scientology for freaking years, and you can just hear the heartache, and you can hear the, man, you know, they know they were played. They know they were played. And I feel like a lot of religion kind of has that. I'm gonna take a dive. Yeah. religion can do that to people. Because I mean, even, you know, I'm not gonna. I'll just pick Christianity because it's the easiest, and plus the fact I was raised Christian. Most American kids were, you know, at some point, you know. As of late, maybe not so much coming on to the 80s and 90s, you know, but most children, for, you know, up to probably the 50s or 60s, most American children were raised in the church. So that's about what we understand, you know, as Christian church. Oh God. So I'm just speaking from that perspective. And here's my thing. Like, when I was a kid and I read a lot of comic books, the first time I really kind of delved into the Old Testament and really kind of read some of that stuff, it was really just, you know, I just kind of couldn't really do that, I guess is the way to put it. It just didn't seem legit. And if any of you know anything about Old Testament versus New Testament, they're worlds apart from each other, and I realize the theology could be discussed, yada. But you just got to understand that, you know, I don't know, I guess it's like being a sentient, kind of thinking individual. Whenever that sets in, whenever you're like, I'm an individual, you know, not, maybe you don't have that thought. I'm just saying, as an 11 or a 12-year-old, you have your first individual thought, and you act upon it, you know, or you look at other individuals' thoughts and you act upon, you know, those conclusions. Here's me reading the Old Testament. I have a fantastical brain, you know, and again, I loved comic books. I'm an illustrator and artist by nature and painter, and that just read like the most amazing, wild comic book ever, A. And B, it just wasn't even written out well, right? Like, in comparison to what I was reading in my DC and my Marvel mags and watching as film at the time, especially the 80s, because so many fantastical films were happening. And so, to me, it all just seemed like gibberish. It just seemed like, well, I can't believe this any more than I could believe Star Wars, right? Like, that's how my little 11, 12-year-old individualizing mind was putting it together. So what scares me, I'm going to try to bring this all the way back around. What scares me is Scientology. You got grown-ass adults, you know, reading these books and had a chance to, like, go and talk to L. Ron Hubbard. I mean, maybe not a whole lot because he was pretty private at some point, but the fact is the dude was alive. And you could go look up interviews and read interviews with your Grand Wizard Master Leader there. And how could you look at that and not just, like, have that same kind of, again, my 11, 12-year-old mind, how could you not delineate what was anyways, yeah, so that was like 15 minutes on Scientology. That's tight. So, some of y'all don't know, I'm a tattoo artist, as a profession, mainly. But I do a bunch of other BS too, like paint a lot of paintings. I got a painting that's going to be going up for auction here in probably about a half hour. Right now, man, I'm just trying to play a little Minecraft and decompress. My brain has just been scrambling, folks. I live in Colorado, and it's some changing times out here. 2017, man. I mean, I'm almost guaranteeing if you look up trending topics from 2016 and 2015, Colorado cannabis and hemp and the culture around it is you know, got to be some of the top 10 trends for discussion and news. And I'm right here in the middle of it, you know, and I'm a grown-ass man playing kid games. Hey, Cal, what's poppin'? Let's go move the cow for a minute. Anyways, my point is, I'm living in a state that a lot of things are changing, and we're still dealing with the ramifications of that. We have piles of money in the state. I talked about it in episode 2, you know, and depending on which county you live in, you have access to that for different things. But the hemp culture, the hemp game, the industrial hemp game is something that is really fun to get into and study, mainly for this. You start learning real quick that there's the industrial hemp game, and then there's the miracle of the CBD, which is a little different. And, you know, I'm sure... Oh, good God. Oh, I might just die. Oh, I better eat this bread and just stand dead still. But yeah, if you've been watching like 60 Minutes or any of that stuff, you've been seeing a lot of the stories on epilepsy and just different forms of cancer and stuff like that they're treating with CBD. And CBD is an extract. It's a cannabinoid extract. It's just all it stands for. From a hemp plant, but it can also be from a cannabis plant. But yeah, man, my brain is spiraling on all this stuff I'm getting into, looking into, and researching and trying to study, and it's just a miracle, folks. You know, freaking Mother Nature does it again. And what's blowing me away is that it ever was an issue, that it ever was banned. Why have we not been researching this plant longer? How have all these children died from seizures even? How has this been going on when something as simple as this amazing plant has been on the planet for so long? Man. So we're in a miracle time, friends. Like, we're in a miracle time. It's just that simple. We're getting to see some amazing things, and I'm living in a state that is right in the middle of it. I tell you, man, you look into Denver and you look at how much money is being invested into the research departments and all the different legitimizing, I guess is probably a good way to put it, legitimizing of the industry. It's happening all over Denver. And yeah, there's a hipster culture and a gentrification thing that's happening out there too that I'll probably talk about on some later dates. I should shout out to my friend Chris Adolph on that, man. He moved to Denver some time ago from the west slope of Colorado, and he's been watching it happen, man. And his freaking Facebook is hilarious to watch. Whoa, 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 whoa! Oh, what now? Wait, what? No, wait. No, wait, what? Where? Oh, God. Oh, God. Okay. Oh, God. Okay, alright, where are they? I don't even know. So, shout out to Chris Adolph, dealing with like the hipster gentrification inversion of Denver. That's my dude. You know, like, he writes about it about as kindly as he can. But, holy cow, Denver's just being flipped over. I started going raving when I was 17, 18 years old in Denver, Colorado in the mid-90s, 93, 94. And I used to hang out on Colfax and a lot. And it wasn't like it is now. And Denver has changed a lot. And I don't want to blame it solely on the cannabis culture, because it started changing way before that. Like, it really did. But the cannabis culture is almost like it's going a whole different direction now. Because back then they were just trying to straighten up Colfax, and they were really trying to, figure out major industry. We already have like some amazing universities in our state. The state was going through a lot, and then all of a sudden, boom, this thing happens. Now they can't even, you know what I mean? Like, they're still dealing with property values. If you don't know, in Denver, my girl's mother bought a house, and it's practically doubled in value in 4 or 5 years, man. And she's in the burbs. It's just crazy out there. And I'd like to think, yes, at this point, we can blame this last like 2 or 3 years, since we legalized marijuana with Amendment 64. Holy cow. I really do say this past 2 or 3 years, I think that can be blamed almost solely on people moving to our state. At one point, it was something like 4,000 people a day, something like that. I don't know if I have my numbers right, probably not. But, and they're still coming, by the way, folks. I mean, I live in a little town right now on the West Slope that's just, wow. We had a major crash here from the oil field money kind of drying up. And if anybody knows how the boom and bust cycle works, our little town is the epitome of that. And, I never picked up my stuff? What? Where did my stuff go? I just realized that I left all my stuff back here. Huh. Should probably go get it. Enchanted everything. I hope it didn't. Now I'm tripping, right? I thought I walked right through that area. Where's my stuff? Oh my God. Oh my god. I'm about to end, I like to call it Anbratum right now. I'm about to lose it. Where's my stuff? Where's my stuff? Dude. Where's my stuff? Scientology! Okay. Oh my god. You guys don't even know I had enchant. Oh my god. Where's my stuff? Where's my stuff? Where's my Ooh. Ooh. I better come in here and just move with the cows because I'm gonna lose it, cows. You don't even know. You don't even know. My enchanted bow, where'd it go? My enchanted armor. No, cows. No. Oh my god. This is not decompressing. Maybe. Did it maybe? Nope. Nope. Okay. If you guys don't know, if you guys don't play Minecraft, you just don't understand what just happened just now. I need to go somewhere and just stare at the ground for a while, because oh my god. I just can't even right now, you know? I need like I need a moment. I'm gonna get me to chill. Oh my god. You see what's happening, folks? I can't even get... What? I'm gonna die again. I can't even get away from Trump. I can't... Okay. Is he still coming? There's no way. Oh my god. Okay, you know what I'm gonna do? I showed you this in the last episode. This brings me joy. I'm just gonna do this right now. Got me some wheat. Need some bread. Shout out to Riff Raff. Getting my bread. The world's been against me, man. You know what it is? I'll bet it's because I talked about Scientology. John Travolta, Tom Cruise. You did it again. Oh god. Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna go down here for a minute. This is where I go, folks. This is what I do. I have a little seat and I stare out the window and I think about all the Travolta cruising that's happening out there to y'all. You know, you're in my prayers. I pray to Jeebus Buddha Cripesmith every night for everyone. May his love and tenderness and Lionel Richie songs shower upon you. Man, I just can't even. You know. I just